Dice Paper Roll is recorded on the lands of the Bunurong and Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation and the Yagara people. We pay our respects to elders past and present, always was and always will be Aboriginal land.
This is my realm. There is no escape. I decide who lives and who dies. I decide the fate of Barovia.
Strahd strains against the magic that binds him in the clouds. The muscles in his neck bulge as he puts his might against the mists that bind him in this excruciating, slowing hold. I have waited so long for you to come again, my love. I did this, all of this, for you. You did not understand it then. His mind flicks to the past. Memories surge. The castle of Ravenloft, new crisp stones glimmering in the night, in the light of that fateful moon. Filled with ungodly strength, he tosses aside the body of the brother that betrayed him so thoroughly. He knew what she meant to him, but he took her anyway. He stole the love that should have been by rights mine. Now, I am certain, brimming with power and the fresh feeling of eternal life, sated by the blood of the brother who betrayed him so deeply, Strahd knew. He knew she would see. She could not resist him now, filled as he was with incredible power. We can be together for eternity. He growled the words as he swept down the entry stairs, not noticing the rivers of fresh blood that flowed from the broken doors behind him, the mangled bodies of his brother's personal guard ripped into pieces and scattered on the floor. As he landed in the courtyard, his long, red cloak swirling around him, he saw her. How could one person be so beautiful? How could one person capture this heart so thoroughly? I have raised nation after nation, conquering and laying waste to countless lives. Yet those victories feel hollow without you by my side. Tatiana stood across the courtyard, gazing in confusion at the sight that greeted her across the ornamental gardens and sculpted fountain. What was that in the doorway behind Strahd? It all became clear to her in a rush. The blood, the bodies, the death, and in front of it all, him, the jealous brother Strahd told her not to worry about fresh blood and viscera caking his chest. The body of her love, emaciated and drained of all life, held like a rag doll and tossed to the floor. A scream rips from her throat, a scream of terror, a scream of loss, a scream of pure, unadulterated fear. She runs, tripping over her dress as she flees from the approaching monster, around the fountain, past the trees. But he's behind. He pursues her. Why? Why does she flee? Did she not see the love in my eyes? Does she not see my burning desire? Tatiana, blinded by tears, heart pumping, set to beat out of her chest, flees, her head constantly snapping back to look at the monster that grows closer with every step. Nearing the outer wall, she runs up the steps 2 at a time, great gasping breaths filling her lungs as she pants in abject terror. But he's right there, right behind her. She leapt. She leapt. And I watched her. I watched my love leap from the walls of the castle out over the deep valley beyond. She leapt to her death rather than be with me. My only desire, the reason for all of this, gone. The memory, still so vivid in his mind after all this time, spurs him. It fills his body with a familiar, roaring rage. Only one thing stands between my love and me, and nothing but the final death will stop me this time. With a final push, he bursts forward, flying down and through the clouds, emerging high above the walled town below. He rockets down, flames engulfing his hands as he pushes a fireball ahead of him. It lights the long trails of mist and cloud that still cling to him as he plunges down towards his goal. Long trails of mist and cloud that swirl behind him, forming unique walls and shapes that spell DPR, Curse of Strahd.
Hello and welcome. It is DPR, does Curse of Strahd, the 3,000th episode. And thanks for coming on this journey with us so far. We are coming towards the end of this adventure. We'll probably get to 3 baker's dozens or so, I reckon. So stick around and look out for that. It's been quite a journey. And things are poised, unlike this party who are anything but poised. I liked a big public spat in the middle of the square,
Yes.
just on the stage, crash their festivity and then just argue with each other.
My god's better than your god.
Exactly.
It's a running DPR theme.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that.
For a bunch of atheists, we do sure talk a lot about God.
Well, it is fantasy roleplay, isn't it, Jack?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
that's true. Very true.
We'll,
Um,
There you
Hey,
go, half our
uh,
American listeners.
yeah. Well, my name is Dan Last for any hate mail that wants to come in.
what?
No, I'm Emil, and I play Sonny Bono, who's been reincarnated into this energy sword. Used to belong to Strahd's brother, and then Strahd. Anyway, there's a whole backstory. Go back and listen to the first 3 dozen. Currently, he is
rich.
inhabiting the body of a rag and bone man who's looking pretty healthy after a decent sleep. He had terrible night terrors, but now for the first time in about 25 years, he's slept through feels like he slept through the night, and he is just a new man. So, don't judge a rag and bone man by the cover, is all I'm saying. That's me. Hey, Dan, you Bible hating man, why don't you tell us about your character?
I am Dan.
The Bible hating
not
man.
a Bible hating man, but what?
Dan, the Bible hating man.
If he won't burn it, no one can.
Jesus. No, I am Dan. I am playing Sasha Von Such, the gnomish wizard of the School of Illusion. I think that's much easier to say than what I tried the last episode. Currently, having a public spat about whose god is better. Well, not really about whose god is better, but just like trying to like kind of say, hey, why not come to my god? Hey, Ragyog, because you just got a pretty good rest off of him.
You were kind of arguing tolerance, really, weren't you? There, it was. It was quite. It was quite like,
Out of
well,
character.
you got your beliefs, and I got my beliefs. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Very out of character for you, Dan. Exactly.
I know. I felt like I was actually the more righteous one.
Reasonable, maybe?
Maybe reasonable. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe
Yeah.
that's it.
But
At
reasonable because
Dan
you were like, but
_
mine's
last.
better.
Well, we should give the audience like Ready Steady Cook style like voting cards, and they can give us a green capsicum or a red tomato in terms of whose god's better.
Well,
a sun or a tentacle.
I kind of
maybe.
feel like the great old
Which god will win?
the great old one's gonna come out on top over Lathander. Like, I don't know what other
See what I
than
said?
the
See what I mean?
sun
He hates
rising,
God.
which has nothing to do with God. It's all about orbits and stuff.
Also isn't happening right now.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the
So-
sun in fucking so many 10 days. It's ridiculous.
Tentacle days.
Exactly. That's what
Jack.
it comes from.
10 days, short for tentacle days.
I am playing Louise, who is a paladin woman, fish woman. Currently checking out the goodness or evilness. She's playing Santa for this episode of other checking if everyone's been naughty or nice. Not checking twice because she doesn't have that many goes at it really. And thinking about the communist revolution a lot of the time.
Just like real Santa.
And yeah, exactly.
He is in red.
Thanks
Exactly.
to Coca-Cola, just like the
Yeah.
real communist revolution.
Yeah, that's right.
This revolution will be brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Please sponsor us, Coke.
How about you, Lauren?
My name is Lauren. I'm playing Arena Adirovich, who is a human sorcerer lady. Also, the Strahd's love, Tatiana, who we just found out it's not exactly reciprocal. Creep. I mean, red flags everywhere. We're talking about red.
Well, hang on.
Jesus.
Hold on. Red flags or
Underneath her are noble robes that are kind of like emerald and ruby colored, like kind of velour and velvet and lace and beautiful. She's actually wearing a t-shirt that has "Dump Him" written on it. But she's just found her brother. Izek is in Vallaki with them. He doesn't appear to have a soul, but he's all big and tough. And she's pretty grateful to see him. And I'm sure they're going to catch up over all the hard times that they used to have together, all of the dust that they used to eat for their meals. But yeah, that's what she's doing, and she's just rallied all the troops in the town, and is like pretty like, feeling her oats a little bit. She was very fearful last time, but she's feeling very bolstered now. But Emil, no, we've done you. Ben,
Yeah, but I do have
Ben.
something to say. Is it only in D&D where you can look into someone's eyes and immediately know whether or not they have a soul or not? Because I would like that skill in real life.
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
I feel
we've
like I
met.
look at
Did you-
Peter Dutton and I can tell that he has no soul.
Yeah.
Does a
true.
potato have a soul?
Well,
Yeah.
these are the questions.
Don't be so rude to potatoes.
God, it
And
is
speaking of
insulting to
potatoes, it's my intro. Yes. My name's Ben. And I
Wow, what a
play
self-burn.
Ragyog, the goblin cleric of Lathander. And Ragyog has just been made an interesting offer by a tentacled being calling themselves the Great Old One. I don't know.
Pretty great.
I don't know. Listeners, what do you think? Which
Some
way do
good
you think
D&D
Ragyog's
commentary,
going to
and
go?
I don't know.
But I would like to just take this moment to point out, I don't know that it was a Ragyog certainly didn't intend it to be like, my God's better than your God. He was just calling out another Such and Such for making what looks to be a pretty terrible choice, because nobody has been able to explain why this tentacled God that shuts Ragyog off from his power and his connection with his God, why the hell we should all be going down that path. It was not about my God's better than your God. It's just your God's dodgier
Maybe-
than my God.
Maybe you should open up to the party a little bit more and divulge that information so that we're aware of it, so we can actually try and understand what's going on.
Hey, guys, save this gold for the podcast. Come on, we're just doing intros.
Can't be
Yeah.
dodgy if you never see you.
But so that's what I was doing. What have you been doing in the latest games, Greg? What will you be doing this game?
Yeah, what the
I've
hell
not-
have you been doing?
I've not
huh?
been doing much.
Taking a
Who-
back seat.
We're
It's
doing
pretty
so much
quiet.
heavy lifting right now.
Who
Yeah.
are you
Yes.
to this podcast?
I didn't talk much at all last episode.
No,
I don't
not
think.
at
It was just all you, all the team.
Yeah.
My name is Greg. I am the dungeon master for DPR. Does Curse of Strahd, and with great trepidation, I feel we are coming to the end of this long campaign. The snappy 12-episode Curse of Strahd campaign that we were
Wow.
embarking on.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see where it leads. So let's get there. The alarm bells ring out across the town, and the crowd immediately scatters. These people have lived their lives in fear and under constant attack by Strahd's creatures of the night. The children scatter to their safe homes. The adults pick up weapons wherever they can find them. Stakes and flagpoles are ripped down to be used as makeshift spears. Flaming timbers are picked from the bonfire as the crowd swirls around you.
Ragyog grabs one of them by the wrist. What's happening? What's going on?
Attack! We're under attack!
By who? By what?
I assume vampires?
Vampires?
don't
No one
know.
ever said anything about vampires.
Oh, shit.
It's
I'm
kind
kidding.
of
This
the
is not
thing.
good.
They break free of your grip and run down the street away from you. Izek turns and stands on guard in front of you, Irina. And as you look at his back, you notice a strange thing hanging from his belt. It's one of the Blinksy dolls that children of Barovia are known to carry. The only toy maker in all of Barovia lives in Vallaki and makes these dolls But this one is slightly different. This one looks just like you. Creepy.
That doll looks like me. Creepy.
I mean, I never wanted to say that you looked creepy, but so I won't. I won't now either.
The guards.
The doll looks creepy.
I mean, yes.
The guards rush forward, their halberds, their pikes at the ready, wet
insulting.
and flopping around in their hands as they point them
pikes.
towards the west end of town where the alarm bells ring. As the crowd scatters around you, Mordenkainen struts around, acting like a chicken, his arms flapping behind his back like wings. He begins to pick straw up off the floor with his mouth.
Sasha wants to, like, knowing that he is a great wizard and that there is obviously something going on with him, I want to roll an Arcana check to kind of like see if maybe he is under the effect of like maybe an enfeeblement spell or something like that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 16 plus 9. So fucking 25.
Yeah, you...
2001. Wow.
You recognize... you recognize that he is under some kind of mind blank spell. Something is affecting his mind to make him so feeble-minded.
Mm. Does someone have like a greater restoration spell? Maybe Ragal, do you have something that can like help ease this feeble mind of this gentleman? Because he could really help us. I'm telling you, he could
Sasha, but
really
why-
fucking help us.
Well, why would I do that to just some old man with a very generous
It's
growth
Morty.
of multicolored pubic? Who?
It's Morty. It's Mordenkainen. It's the Mordenkainen, the one from the book. You
The
know,
Morty.
Mordenkainen. Nobody knows Morty. Mordenkainen's
I mean,
bookie wookie.
I know you Such and Suchers were pretty wild about him. I grab Morty's head in my hands and go, "Step back, please. Sasha, allow a cleric of Lathander to do his work." And
Okay, Jim.
I looked.
Pointed.
I looked into
Bit much.
Morty's eyes and I go, "Sir, follow my finger." And I run my finger across and do the doctor's test back and forth a little bit. I have to check that you're actually enfeebled first.
He's acting like a fucking chicken.
Yes. And what about when I go this way? And around like this? And really quickly like this? This is really fun being able to make your DM make all these noises, guys. No, he's definitely fucked. I'm going to cast a greater restoration on
He's
this
in
chap.
Gibbond.
He's in Gibbond. And
A great gibbous moon floats above you.
with monkey arms, like
Monkey-Kainen.
tickling, yeah, monkey Kainen. I imbue this crazed monkey man in front of me with the positive energy of Lathander.
You
hoping
feel
to-
that positive energy welling up inside you, and it's that familiar holy feeling that you get when healing, and it feels so good. And
It's
as it
Lathander?
rolls down your arm, you hear laughter. Yes.
No.
And the energy courses down your finger, and the greater restoration spell works perfectly. And you see the mist in Morty's eyes clear. You don't know whether it was Lathander or the Great Old One.
Who did it feel like? Can I tell the difference between the two?
Felt just the same.
Did I feel any connection to the Lathander when it happened?
You haven't felt a connection to Lathander since the last sunrise.
All right. Morden cut it. What happens when I run my finger like this? I just got to check this worked.
Oh, do not treat me like an imbecile child. He slaps your finger away.
Yes, I assume you were an asshole before. I think he's normal, everybody.
Oh my God, it's Morty.
Where are my robes? Where is my bookie wookie? He turns around, legs akimbo. Thick thatch blowing in the night wind as he looks around with his skinny chest and bony arms.
For that view. I'm just going to step
or
back.
the right height, depending on your tastes. As he looks around, he turns back. Well, thank you, little man. You are a goblin cleric.
Yes, don't thank me. Thank Lathander.
Oh, all right.
Pointed look over it. I mean, at least I think it was Lathander.
Oh, the morning lord. Well, very good. He pats you on the shoulder. I owe you one. Now, what are all those figures, and why is everyone running around?
We're under attack.
Those figures up there on the rooftops.
Can you hear those bells?
Yes. And as you all look up to where his finger is pointing, you can see the shapes of humanoids begin to appear on the rooftops around you, and the crowd begins to scream. Huddled and crouched figures emerge on the rooftops all along the western row of houses. The shape of vampire spawn, gripping the edges of the eaves as they look down with hungry eyes. The hulking shapes of hybrid werewolves scrabble up the tiles slipping and crashing to the ground below them. And in the lanes and streets that lead to the square, the shambling form of zombies stagger down the road.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dear.
Then you hear the roaring from above, and the church bells go quiet, and you look up and see the ever-growing fireball descend from above as it smashes into the bonfire and detonates around you. Can everybody
shit.
please roll initiative?
What for?
Oh, boy.
This all seems very normal.
Oh,
12.
21.
19.
Sonny is
got
distracted by the pubes, brings him right back to the 70s, and he only gets a 10.
And Sasha, what'd you get?
12 in total.
Ooh. Okay, the crowd, terrified, screaming, rush to the other side of the bonfire behind you, and the guards form up in a line, their pikes at the ready as the vampires and werewolves descend on upon them. They charge in, and the townsfolk rush forward, their improvised weapons held at the ready. With a roar, they crash into the line of zombies and werewolves and vampires that rush forward. Izek steps forward, his huge flaming axe swinging a huge arc as he tears into the pile of bodies that begins to form ahead of you. And above, as the flames die out around you, you see a flaming horse riding down through the sky, and the descending form of Strahd, his crimson armor edged with gold, and his long crimson cloak fluttering out behind him. He mounts Bucephalus, his nightmare mount, in mid-air and rides down towards you, drawing a great and silver sword. He roars as he charges down directly into the center of you. Okay, everybody.
I gotta say, that looks pretty cool. Just saying, just looks pretty cool.
Bloody sutures.
Okay, everyone make a dexterity save, a deflex, a dexterity save.
Deflex save.
Oh no!
I like that.
This die is
A
fucking
dexterity
killing me.
saving throw?
Yes, please.
Oh,
21.
22 for Ragyog.
I did a check, not a save. So I got a 14 instead of a 13.
13 for Sunny.
Sasha got a 7.
Okay, so Louise and Ragyog managed to roll out of the way. They only take 16 points of damage each.
Oh, boy.
Everyone else takes 32.
Oh, man.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
3 dozen minus 1 damage. Damn it.
Jesus.
16, you said?
16, 32.
What was for us? 30.
32.
Uh-huh.
The flames engulf you as he charges down out of the sky. The melee in front of you, a bloody screaming mass as these villagers desperately hold off the undead that flood towards them. Among the spawn that slam into the wall of human bodies, you see glistening leather and a tall top hat bob around, and the weirdly smiling face of Ellen DeGeneres. Okay. Ragyog.
Ragyog.
How many hit points do you have?
Just
Sorry.
lost how many? 16?
Yeah.
I'm on 65 out of 81. Rolling
go.
to his feet, Ragyog grabs his holy symbol, thrusts it up towards the air and says, Lathander, I know you're out there somewhere. And I cast Beacon of Hope, and a big old beer can of hope magically materializes for a moment and then tilts and pours its healing energy or its magical energy over all of my allies. So each target gains advantage on wisdom saving throws, death saving throws, and any healing you gain is maximized for the duration of the spell.
The great golden shoey pours its healing light down upon everybody. Amazing. So you all feel filled with that holy light. And again, you can't tell the difference from before, Ragyog. It feels the same. No laughter this time, though.
It's too caught up in things.
Lathander's lager. It's morning fresh.
Strahd charges down with on the back of Bucephalus, smashing into Sunny. Bucephalus rears and brings his hooves down at you. What's your armor class?
16.
The two hooves smash down towards you. One of them smashes into your chest, the other flying wide. You take 5 points of damage as the hoof imprints on the chest of the rag and bone man. And as Bucephalus smashes into you, Strahd leaps from the back of his steed, arcing through the air, silver blade flashing as it brings it down in an arc towards you, Louise. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 13, but I've got my shield, so can I,
You haven't activated that yet, so he brings the sword down towards you. He brings the sword down towards you in a shining, shimmering silver arc, and slices into you. You take 16 points of damage as it thuds into you. You're unprotected by your armor, and it strikes into the scales of your neck and digs in, slicing out, and hot blood runs down your chest. What are your current hit points, Louise?
67 of 99.
Okay. Irina, it is your go.
Irina is seeing everyone sort of start to go to shit, but also knowing how much of a target of Strahd she is gonna cast invisibility on herself.
Awesome.
And she brings her hands together and seems to pull reality in front of her and disappears completely.
the mists swirl around you as you disappear into invisibility, fading from sight. As the battle whirls around you. How many hit points do you have, Irina?
I have 24.
Thank you. Louise.
Louise takes her shield off her back and then takes the hammer as well, and bangs them together, and the sight of the hammer and sickle emblazoned on the shield shines up like a bat signal into the sky, and she casts
You rang?
Bless.
Sorry. Oh no. Not my fight.
No billionaires here, thank you very much. And Batman disintegrates.
But Bane's here.
So I cast Bless. I'll cast it at a second level, which gives everyone, you can now do a D4. Like you can add an additional D4 to your attack rolls. And then she launches herself at Strahd.
Yeah, so you cast Bless, hammering your hammer on the sickle of the shield and shining out the beacon, which fills everyone with inspiration. And then you step forward. That's all you have space for. And you go.
Oh.
Does Bless give temporary hit points?
Oh. I don't know. Hang on, let me check. Bless. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Oh, I can only pick 3 of you. Jeez, this is like Sophie's choice. Fuck. Which ones have you
Does she play D&D too?
Yeah.
It's Sophie's choice to play a spellcaster.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know. There's 4 of you, right? Ben, Danny, and Lauren. Sorry, Emil.
Because you're casting at second level, you can target an extra person.
Oh, sick.
You still let him go through it.
Yeah, it's still not a meal.
The last person
Himself.
is Mordenkainen.
No, it's a meal. Yeah. No temporary hit points.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And that's 1 minute long.
Sasha, what's your hit points?
Sasha's hit points are currently 25 out of 57 after failing that dex roll.
It is your go.
It is my goal. Sasha, after the explosive energy gets thrown to the ground right at the feet of Sonny, the rag and bone man, and reaches out one hand and casts haste onto Sonny. Blackish, purplish energy courses down her arm and then forms into a glass bulb, which goes to your lips and
Gently smokes.
you gently smoke it. Emil, until the spell ends, which is for long enough, 1 minute, you get +2 to your AC. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional attack on your turn.
Whoa.
So that's for you. And then after that, reaches out, grabs him by the ankle, then rolls over and just tries to get as much distance from Strahd and the horde of zombies and whatnot and just tries to get as much distance from them all.
Okay. Filled with energy, Sunny. What's your current hit points?
My current hit points are 72.
You get to go next.
Sonny's eyes kind of widen as he kind of starts breathing and just feeling real good. Yeah, man, feeling real good. He's been kicked in the chest by a horse, but he's like still, it doesn't stop him at all. He feels powerful at this point. The energy sword grows white hot, being so close to its nemesis, as he attempts to spring and drive the blade into the horse
Okay, go for it.
from beneath after being trampled. Yeah, all right. Right. That is a 14 for the first attack to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right.
Did you add the 4?
Oh no, of course. 18.
I mean, you don't-
even hittier.
It's a D4.
Sorry, D4.
Even hittier.
16 plus a D4 is
That hits.
It hits, I know, but it's for Jack's benefit.
Yeah, I need to know I did something.
And what's
Yeah.
that in fancy slogans and bacon dozens? What's that in bacon dozens?
Bacon
Adil?
dozens. Well, you get 16
Bacon.
in a bacon's dozen. And then with his raging that he's not raging, but his with his uppers that he's been gifted by Sasha, he makes a third attack. And that's a definite hit. That's a 19 on the die. Don't even need to worry about the D4.
Amazing.
So
But-
3.
But like if you wanted to.
Yeah, all right. Go on then. Be rude not doing it. Hell yeah, Jack. That's a 3 on the dice. So 33 all up for that hit. I hit him so good. God, that horse.
33.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
times the number that you roll on it. So
How many baker's dozens does it add to it?
All right. First attack does 12 points of damage. 9 of those radiant. Second attack does... Oh, it's nice. Does 15 points of damage. Again, 9 radiant. And then the third attack does 12 points of damage. So that's 2 dozens and a bacon dozen minus 1.
You slash into Bucephalus, and the energy blade just shears through the flaming body of the nightmare steed, slicing up into its guts and ripping it open, and hot fire and magma just spills on the ground beneath it as it screams in pain. You do a shit ton of damage to Bucephalus.
And I
but-
thought they smelled bad on the outside.
As you do, Strahd roars and his armor clicks open in front of him, the plates shifting apart as it opens out, and he steps out of the red and gold suit.
What is this? Iron
He's a
Man.
mech warrior.
Yeah, he's got like an Iron Man suit. He steps out of it, the suit still gripping the sword, and like a blur, he strikes out towards you, Sunny, while the armor reforms and turns and slashes down at Ragyog. So, Ragyog, what's your armor class?
It's 17.
It slashes down towards you with the sword, but you are able to deftly step aside as the automaton swings clumsily down towards you. Strahd strikes out and smashes into you, Sunny. Can you make an opposed attack roll for me?
Absolutely. All right. With the sun sword, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
15 on the dice plus the 11 plus the D4 makes it a total of 28.
28.
Yep.
God damn. Strahd, like a blur, streaks out towards you, and you just don't argue him. You just put your hand out and just slam him right in the face and push him to the side as he streaks past to skid to a stop next to you.
I've been waiting some time for this.
You can
That's
see
all I had to say.
the light shines out towards him, and as that bright light hits Strahd's now bare skin on his face, you can see the light is burning him as he stands within it. Ragyog.
Ragyog grasps, taking a moment to hope that he's connected to the right god, grasps the holy symbol of Ravenkind and steps forward and casts or uses it as an action to hold vampires. So I can expend one charge, presenting the holy symbol, and it flares with holy power in my hands, and this energy radiates from it, and vampires and vampire spawn have to roll a DC 15 within 30 feet, wisdom saving throw, and they're paralyzed for 1 minute if they fail.
Does he get advantage from Beacon of Hope?
Who?
Strahd.
No, because he's not an ally.
No, of course. That was
Did
a
not
joke.
select.
That's fine. Thanks for making sure it paid off. All right. What was the DC?
Sorry, I'm looking at my spell page. It was 15.
What was the DC?
15.
15. You got
Yeah.
a 14.
Right. Beautiful. So
Strahd and all of the vampires at the edge of the battle are frozen in place as the symbol of Ravenkind is held aloft above you, and the light of Lathander shines over the area as each of them is bound in place, and Strahd snarls as he feels it grip him. But also, Ragyog, you feel the cold touch of the amulet in your hand and the snaking feeling of tentacles wrapping around your arm.
I access. I'm pissed off as well, and Ragyog snarls in rage, mirroring Strahd's snarl, and hoping to access some of the wolfish infection that might be running through his veins. And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Mass Heal Word to heal my allies that are around me within 60 feet.
It's nice of him.
Yeah.
Is it a bonus action, that spell?
It is. One bonus action.
Damn.
Awesome.
And
That's
well, I don't know if I
fucking
can cast it along with the trait.
Yeah.
But it's only one action of the thing. It's
No,
not a
no, I
spell.
think that's fine.
Sweet.
It's probably not, but you've only cast one spell this round because you turned undead. That's not a spell.
Well,
so-
I didn't even turn undead. I just, that's the thing. It's a piece of equipment, and I'm using one of its items.
Yeah, go
one
for
of its
it.
abilities as an action.
It's fucking cool. Go for it.
Yeah, rule of cool. So that is within 60 feet, all of my allies. It's not a
What do we
lot.
get? What do we get? What do we get?
Yeah, how much healing does Strahd get?
It's
How does
a-
this affect me?
So
How much healing? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll-
who
I'll
do
note
you
it down for
classify as an ally?
Does Bucephalus get a heal?
Nice horsey.
anyone associated with Strahd can fuck off. This is for my friends, damn it.
What about Sasha?
Sasha.
Yeah, no, he just said my friend, so we're good.
No.
Against Strahd.
I'm conflicted, but I'm still going to heal you. 7 hit points.
Oh, 7?
Whee!
It's not.
Oh.
It's
It's
about.
just 7?
I take it back. I don't heal Sasha because she's an ungrateful suit and
Too late.
suit.
I already added it. I already added it on D&D
Stabs
Beyond.
her quickly.
You took your finger off the piece.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Your Lathander is so powerful.
Don't patronize me, and my God.
If you want to patronize us, you can go on patreon.com/guyspaperroll. Become a supporter today or tomorrow,
Yeah.
but mostly today.
Don't wait.
Oh, so good.
Okay, Strahd tries to break out of the hold. And through sheer... He can have a go on his turn, can't he?
Yeah. Sorry, everyone, your healing's maximized because beer can of hope. So it's only 8 hit points instead of 7, but
You
still.
get an extra one.
You never know when that might come in handy.
Yep.
Do I get
take
another
it.
save against that, Ben?
Yeah, so each turn, at the end of each turn, you get another save. Let me just double check. Yeah, I'll just double check it for you because I don't want to cheat.
We do.
It
want
can
you to
repeat the
cheat.
saving throw at the end of each of its turns to end the effect on itself.
Okay, Strahd, through sheer force of will, spends his turn breaking out of the hold and manages to free himself. Irina, it is your go.
Irina is invisible and uses a sorcery point to make a metamagic subtle spell. So she's going to not be able to, no one will know where this is coming from or whatever. So in her mind, she's going to send a witch bolt straight to Strahd's unarmored persona, straight in his little gob in his face.
Amazing.
And it is 25 to hit.
Oh my god, it arcs out and strikes Strahd. No, that's the good one. Strahd straight in the chest. Roll for damage.
Yep. I'm going to do level 5. Should I?
Oh my God.
I've hit him.
Do it.
What's happening?
Maximize.
I've got him right in the kisser where I need him the most.
Right in his creepy mouth.
26.
26.
26 points of electricity damage arc out of your fingers, out of seemingly nowhere, like a lightning bolt from the sky. It strikes down into Strahd's chest and racks him with pain.
No one saw where it came from. And she goes, shoo, 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 shoo. Like but no one can see her, but she does it to herself anyway.
No, it does break your invisibility though when you cast the spell. So you do reappear.
For a moment, or break it completely?
No, it breaks it completely. Louise.
It's a concentration spell, so I have to stop
Oh, is it?
concentrating.
Witch Bolt's also a concentration spell.
Yes, it is.
The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Yeah.
So it ends anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, your Witch Bolt takes it over. Awesome. Louise.
I got a question. Is animated shield? Can I have animated shield and my shield?
Did you? No, you gave away your old shield and you got the new Wolverine one.
Okay. Well, it was my animated shield that I activated earlier. Just retcon.
I'm sure the listeners all imagined the swirling water.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So
Of that kick-ass magic item.
yeah. It gives me exactly the same amount of shield points. So Louise, watching the scene in front of her, decides that it's time that she brought forth some friends, some spirit guardians, if you will. And she casts forth. Now, this might be boring for listeners, but I have to fucking ask what this spell does, because I don't understand it. You call forth spirits to protect you. They fit around you at a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you are good or neutral, their spectral form appears angelic or fey, so I imagine they look like fucking great communists.
Fishy communists.
Or is
The power
do they
of
look like-
Lenin.
Or do they look like angelfish?
Yeah, they look like angelfish. That's
better.
great. When you cast this spell, you can designate any number of the creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on the turn or starts its turn, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
Can I
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah. Do you cast it? Where do you cast it?
I cast it at Strahd and the horse.
Okay. And it's wisdom save.
Yep. And it's a 17 DC.
16.
Fuck yeah!
Nice.
So 3d8, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Shook. That's a 10 points of damage. Radiant damage, if that makes any difference.
Yeah, yes, it absolutely does. The radiant angels spin around Strahd. He's just freed himself, and the light from the burning sword is scorching away his skin. He's smoking, and he steps back, holding his arm up in front of his face as the angel fish zip and flit around him, striking into him and tearing fresh burning lines across him.
Ooh, Louise is inspired by this because she's never done this before. So she bashes her shield again and launches out. Where the fuck is it? Channel Divinity. So 1d6 plus 5. That's 10 points of healing to.
Oh, it's 11 because it's all the healing's maximized.
Oh, sick! Yeah, 11 points of damage.
So the effervescence forms around you in a circle and bubbles up from the ground, and that healing energy infuses everyone and also does damage to Strahd. It burns him as the bubbles float up around him, and he screams in anguish as he.
Yeah, communism is cool.
Are we fucking doing this? Is this
Yeah,
happening?
we're about to do
Is
this.
this
How many hit
fucking
points did we
happening
all
right
just
now?
heal, Jack?
11.
What do we get? What do we get?
It's maximum. All right.
Yeah, 11.
A candlemaker's dozen.
Woo-woo!
What's with the candle makers short shrifting everyone
Yeah,
of one
man.
candle?
Cheap bastards.
Sasha.
They count the 12th one as the one they burnt to make the other 11.
So Sasha, after kind of creating a little bit of distance and running in the opposite direction, she feels the great old one and his calling to destroy Strahd. And she turns around and purplish energy starts to smoke from her feet and then up her body and towards her hands. And she looks at Strahd and her eyes turn purple and start to smoke. And the new boon that has been bestowed upon her, the twin spell,
Oh, shit. Yeah.
she casts Immolation twice onto Strahd. Oof. Which, so then, flames begin to wreath around him, and start to burn. So he needs to roll a dexterity save of 17, or else he's going to take 16d6 damage.
Jesus Christ.
16
Because it's times
Doubled.
2. It's times 2, so it's 8d6
No,
times
failed.
2.
Oh my god.
I mean, see, this is what's no good about being away from you guys, because this would usually be the point where I'd be like, give me as many motherfucking D6 as you fucking can.
Do you want us to roll?
Everyone start throwing your D6s at your computer. Here you go, Dan.
Is it maximized anyway?
Or you could just
I'll do
use
it.
the roller on D&D Beyond.
No, I don't use fucking...
And then it will add it up for you.
Okay, so I've got 8, 11, 16. Remember 16? That was 4 dice. That was a good one. That's an 18. 18 plus 16.
Okay. We got. Yeah.
34, just over 3 candlemakers dozens.
Yep.
Okay, that one not so good. That one is 10. And then the last. That's 10. That is 17.
61.
61.
61.
So her eyes turn purple and begin to smoke, and this purplish fire wreaths around her, and then it is the same thing sort of starts to happen to Strahd as purplish flames start to engulf his body.
Is it fire?
It is fire.
Okay, the flames engulf him, but the fire resistance gifted by Bucephalus lowers the damage by half.
Bucephalus, you
He only
motherfucker.
takes 31 points of damage, but he is still crispy. His clothes burnt, his body blackened and peeling, and he's constantly healing at the same time. So you can see it trying to knit back together, but he is smoking, and his eyes glow red out of his skull as he for the first time you hear him scream in pain.
Isn't Bucephalus dead?
No.
Oh.
Sonny.
Sonny kind of wonders why he attacked the horse. I guess he was annoyed about the kick, and then it's like, oh, Strahd's my enemy. That's right. I never liked you, horse, but you're not the one I'm here for. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Stay right there. I will finish you off, I swear. Okay. And he strikes out at Strahd with...
You are but a shadow of what was once a weak Chad.
Yeah, I mean, it should be clear that I don't really like or respect you, so sticks and stones, kind of, you know?
And I'm a sword.
Always in the shadow of someone else.
I mean,
Chad. Share. What good are you, sword?
some people are, sometimes it's good to be a sidekick. The world needs sidekicks. I'm okay with it. Really, I am. I've just rolled 27 to hit you, and
That's a hit.
I think that Robin was pretty good, and he didn't crumble when he left quietly and survived. So let's not say that sidekicks aren't great.
You tell him as you stab into him multiple times.
Well,
Very calmly.
I used to think that my celebrity was everything. As I hit him again with
As you slice off his
23, with another 23 to hit on my second attack. I used to think that being a celebrity was everything. That it really mattered. It really made me who I was. And then I realized that nobody knew who the fuck I was anyway. The thing that I cared about most just wasn't real. 17 for my third hit.
That's a hit.
So maybe the thing I've learned
Just
along the
roll
way
the
is
damage.
really it's the friends you make, and if they know who you are, well, that matters most of all. Yeah, I think I'm going to be all right. As he deals out 35 points of damage.
With the first part, you slice off Strahd's left arm, and then you swing the blade round and slice off his right at the elbow and plunge the blade directly into his heart as you say, yeah, I think I'm going to be all right. And Strahd looks at you aghast and bursts into mist and swirls up into the night. And as that mist swirls up above your heads, there is an intake of breath and one collective scream as all of the vampire spawn collapse into just rotten bodies all around you. The zombies fall to the ground with sickening thuds, and the werewolves quickly make their exit, fleeing across the rooftops. A huge cheer roars from the crowd around you as they chant your name. Sonny, Sonny, Sonny.
Hang on. All these people know who I am. Screw you guys. I'm a celebrity again. Yes.
And that is the perfect place to end this episode of DPR Does Curse of Strahd.
Wait, if we just killed Strahd, Who's the bad guy now?
Oh, hey everyone. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the credits there. This is the dissection, which we do every week, and we've taken to lately just giving you a little taste of it at the start. And then when someone actually asks a tasty question, we cut you off in the hopes that you come over to our Patreon. So, hey, welcome. What tasty questions have we got today, everyone? Well, let's rank them.
By tastiest to yuckiest.
Yeah. Yeah.
We save the shit for Patreon.
That was a nice inspiration, all your baker's dozens and the candlestick makers there, Emil.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
nice work, Sonny, on finishing. Nice work, everyone.
man.
Fuck yeah.
Smashing
just smoked
Strahd.
him.
We fucking,
Smoked
I
him.
mean,
Yeah.
Literally.
man, we smoked him.
Cloghart would be
Jesus.
proud.
Well,
Man,
Maybe.
considering how
Maybe.
much of a threat he's been, it was
Mm.
just really, I really appreciated, Greg, just you talking, like, just your description of how he was just falling apart. Like, it had real, like, it's like, comeuppance. Oh,
That
fuck.
feels
Oh,
real
the
good.
comeuppance was cummy. Feels good.
Mm.
Yeah, cool descriptions. I've been watching a lot of animation lately, so I was
me too.
getting some good visuals, real good visuals. I like just how casually Sonny was just having his moment of realization as he just
Yeah.
finished Strahd off.
Yeah, that was
That was
great.
a good visual too.
Oh, good. Yeah, man, that was a real fun game, and I feel like we got off lightly there. Like, I'm surprised. Did we just do really
Yeah.
well, or is there more to come? That
Yeah. A false
completely-
sense
you did
of
well.
security.
You did do well, but you got to kill Strahd in his coffin. You got to stake him when he's in his coffin to destroy him. So you still got to go and take the castle.
Heist
And if you want to
episode.
destroy
Ah,
Strahd, episode, you got to stake him in his casino. So yeah, you finally overpowered Strahd. So I guess you got to make a choice now about how you want to finish it. Whether you want to do what the Great Old One says, or and kill Strahd, or whether you want to go and stop the Great Old One in his temple.
Well, I know that I speak for the entire party when I say that, and that's what we'll cut it for Patreon.
Thanks for joining us. If you want to listen to the rest of this conversation, make sure you join up for like $1 a month. That's all it takes at www.patreon.com/dicepaperroll.